And I'm here, Dan from the Fear Bitch Podcast. And today I'll be doing my first interview. It's a good friend of mine. It's really a brother to me. Known him for a long time, and he has a story to tell. And I wanted to give him the platform to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother here, Kobie Johnson.
Hey man, appreciate you for the introduction
Of
as
course.
always. Um, Bro, you don't even understand how excited I am to sit here and have this conversation with you, bro. It's been a long time coming, bro.
That's a
It's been
fact.
a long time coming.
It's a fact. I mean, I feel like all these arguments and debates in the bleachers all kind of led here, and it would be a disservice not to include the people that helped me sharpen my sword up until this point. So, you for sure were one of them, and many, many more will grace this stage as well because I wouldn't be half as knowledgeable on the things I talk about on this platform without the avenue of people I got to spar with. So.
Man, for real, we used to go at it like it was our job
Oh yeah,
at that table, bro.
first take, first take got the inspiration from me. I haven't gotten any credit. I'm gonna talk to Stephen A one day because
We're gonna see what we can do about
yeah,
that because they need to cut you something, bro. They need to cut
I
you off.
I was the originator of the first take debate style, but it's all good. We'll get there. But enough about me because tonight, at this moment, I just want to, I want to share with the world your journey because it's a very special one. I witnessed I wasn't there every step, but I was there, and I witnessed everything up until this point. I just wanted to allow you to share with the world. So, can you tell me about just your journey through lacrosse? For those of you who don't know, my brother here is a very skilled lacrosse athlete. And can you just brief the people on how we got to this point at this time?
Yeah, man. Growing up in PG County, Maryland, bro. I mean, lacrosse is pretty big in Maryland compared to other states.
Absolutely.
I was lucky enough to have a stick put in my hands. First, like that was the first real sport I got involved with. So I've been playing since kindergarten. Never got recruited coming out of high school um, because of academics. So there's a lesson in that. But you know, since I got to Morgan, since I got to the lacrosse team, it's been nothing but overflow of blessings and overflow of opportunities that I didn't even see coming when I came to Morgan. Um, the journey I've been on has really been a marathon that's like, hopefully building me up for the future and, hopefully the beginning of a fruitful career in sports.
Well said. Well said. Well, even though you called this the beginning, I'm sure there was a prequel that got you here. And I just want to know how you got familiar with lacrosse, what drew you in, and like what were the building blocks that got you to this point.
Studying the game, studying the greats, just like with every other sport. Like the same way we used to analyze the NFL and the NBA back in middle school and have them first take debates, bro. It was like the same logic, like breaking the game down to its, most minute points and like trying to master the fundamentals. Um, I kind of fell in love with the process
Mm,
ever since Morgan. And with the announcement of the NCL in early 2022, I kind of just like went all in and made the most of that opportunity. The fact that the people at Next Level Sports and Entertainment came together and created this league for HBCUs, and really did a lot of work diversifying the game, getting more, giving people access to the game that wouldn't normally have access to it. They
right,
changed the game completely. They changed the game completely, and
right.
I was very lucky to be at the right place at the right time, to be at Morgan when all of this was happening. But all glory be to God, bro. He put me in position to do what I needed to do.
Well said, well said. I echo those sentiments as an onlooker, as a supporter. I, if I was you, I would say the same thing. But with that being said, what were some of the main obstacles that you faced in your lacrosse career, whether that be the playing side, the management
Mhm.
side, the administrative side, just any avenue you wanna take me down, I'm ready to hear it.
Yeah, bro. I'd be happy to talk about that, man. Like, from May 2021 till December of this past year in 2023, I was the president and the captain of the team. Like, I
Or,
had to take the lead from the administrative standpoint, finding coaches, finding players on the team, training players. Um, and then with all of that, I still had to be, that guy on the team that, we could rely on for offense and defense and be a leader on the field. And there's just a lot that went into that. Um, and yeah, it's been a tough ride, bro, because doing all that I was doing and falling short in the championship that first year, it broke me, honestly,
mm,
because it took to get to that point. We started off the
mm-hmm.
year 9-0, bro. We won our first 9 games, and then we finished the year 10-2 and losing the championship after all that hard work. I mean, that was an event that changed me.
I can
And
imagine.
yeah, bro. So I just thank God I had the opportunity to play again in spring 2023, and we were able to have a much better season. Finish the year 11-1 and won the championship. Um, the first ever Morgan State NCL championship that's going down in history. And it's history that goes all the way back to 1970,
Mm,
and I'm a continuation of that.
mm.
And I'm pushing it forward, and it's a blessing to even be in this position. Um, and just looking back on this journey, I'm grateful for every obstacle because I'm a better man because of it now, and I'm stronger because of it. And everything happens for a reason. I didn't know what I was going through at the time and why I was going through it, but it's starting to make more sense now. The older I get, so I'm just grateful, bro. I'm just so grateful.
Oh, oh, I'm grateful for every obstacle. That is the most, oh, man. I felt that. I felt that. Oh my goodness.
Don't size me up too much, bro.
No, 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 no. Wow. No, no, no. In all seriousness, but I felt that in my spirit. That was a very prophetic thing you just said. And I feel like many people, I think in the moment of a trial, it's like, I want to get out of this trial. But once you get out of that trial, it's like, you don't know how I got out of this trial. Let me tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. And just hearing the gratitude, the grace to overcome is like I don't think many people describe it that way. And just hearing it, I was like, wow, that was that did something. That did something. That was very, very, very heavy, and I appreciate you. This
Hey,
I
man,
appreciate you. But
I appreciate you.
as
I
we
appreciate.
talk about these obstacles, can you have any specific moments where you felt challenged, and how exactly you pushed through?
Um, there was a multitude of challenges that I had to, face head on. Not just as the president, but obviously just as a team leader and trying to scheme my way to a championship, scheme my
Right,
guys, encourage encourage the people around me and build them up and try to find ways to make guys be better.
right,
Um, that actually brings me to what I'm about to say next. Like the first year in 2022, I averaged 5 points a game. Was a huge part of the offense. But when it came down to it, the other team, you know, once they locked me off, once they locked our top scorers off, we didn't have the depth to get past that and win the championship.
right.
Um, the main takeaway from 2022, that championship loss, was that it can't just be a couple guys on the team that's a threat. Everybody's got to be a threat. Everybody's
Hmm.
got to be a bucket getter and a threat on
Right,
the field.
right. You're only as
And
good as your last man. That's what they say.
right, I mean, it's real, especially once you get to the championship and you go up against a team with a good defense. That's when it really matters.
Right.
And I love and I'm very proud of how my teammates stepped up this past season when we won the championship. I went down with the injury the first game of the season. So did, our one of our leading scorers. We had three guys, right, in 2022.
Mm,
Three guys combined for 147 points. Malachi, Chuck, and myself. We
mm,
combined for 147 points. And for a big portion of this past season, we were all out with injuries.
mm.
We played like 30, 40% of the games. And our teammates stepped up on an inspiring level, bro. It was inspiring to see all the guys who have been coming to practice week after week grinding, go out there and get their goals, get their points. It was very encouraging just to see, everybody take the opportunity seriously. And it like pushed me to come back from injury and lit the fire under me even more. So
Absolutely.
it was just great to see, us rise above that initial obstacle of like not having enough guys who are immediate threats on offense. The next year, we literally have too many scores and we're struggling on sharing the ball. Like,
Right, y'all, y'all went back to the drawing board and built a masterpiece. I see. Oh my goodness, it was like
yeah, bro. Hey, shout out to the coaches, man. Shout out to the all the alumni. Coach Dev, Coach Sky, Coach Evie, Bill Cranebrink, Coach Taylor, the whole gang, man. Shout out to the alumni who give back and feed into the next generation because
that part.
that's everything, bro. That's everything. That's everything. That's everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So obviously lacrosse is a physical sport, but it's also a mental sport beyond just being on the
Facts.
field. It's like the preparation aspects and just even dealing with things outside of the sport while juggling the administrative side, the playing side. I just want to know when the chips are stacked up against you, how did you stay locked in? How did you stay mentally tough? And just can you have like, any particular examples where you really just had to key in on the goal that was ahead?
Yeah, definitely, bro. That reminds me, flashback. I just had a flashback like to mid-season in 2022, April
Uh,
21st. We're
mm,
going to play at the USA Lacrosse Hall of Fame for the first time.
mm,
Mind you, this Hall of Fame has a museum, in the building right next to the field that has the Morgan State Shrine with all the All-Americans on it. It's got the oldest HBCU in, oldest HBCU lacrosse program in history. Like, um, they got all the artifacts, pictures. They got the book in there, the 10 Bears book about the Morgan State team. And um, I was so excited to get there and play this day, right? First thing, I get off the bus, like an hour before playing, somebody walks up to me and says, "Hey, Kobie, we don't have the uniforms."
I'm sorry.
so, so you can imagine, right, what I was feeling. We were going. Not only was it the first time we're playing at the USA Lacrosse Hall of Fame, but this was us playing the number one seed in the league. We were playing Delaware State for the first time, and it was a huge game. And like, that's the nonsense I got to deal with first thing off the bus. Because like that's the thing like that goes into being a general manager and like playing at the same time. All those little fires that like managers would normally have to put out and problems they would have to solve, bro. That's my job.
Right.
So I remember when that happened. I had to call some people, checking with the with Bill Cranebrink. He was on the way with the uniforms and made sure he got on it and fixed the problem, bruh. Shout out to Coach Bill. That man is the most reliable human I know. He's always there when you need him. And he came clutch with the uniforms right before the game. I went out there and had 17 points in 2 games and really, really made myself proud because I've never scored that many points in a game before. So, and we beat Delaware State in an overtime thriller to be the number one seed in the league
Oh my.
going to, going into the second half of the season. So that was just like a critical point in like my leadership that I learned, what being the president of a team and playing on it comes with. Like
Hmm.
it's a different level of stress management and just a lot of things you got to consider. But like I said, I'm grateful for all those obstacles, bro. Like I'm grateful for all those chances I had to like be stressed out and overcome it and
Hmm.
like try and find a way. Uh, and yeah, I'm like super grateful for all those experiences.
Hmm.
Being stressed out, not knowing how I'm gonna get through a situation, but
You know, when your back is against the wall, that's when you get the most creative
exactly, bro.
because you don't know how you're gonna get out, but you gotta get out. And no matter
Yeah,
what happens, you got to come up with something to get out. And that's when that creativity really just it just shows itself. It might not be immediate, but it's like you're gonna keep working on it. You keep chopping that tree, and eventually it's gonna
yeah,
fall.
bro.
And
Exactly.
just listen, I know you very well. I know you very, very, very well. But even now, just listening to you, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be like picking up gems. Not even halfway through my questions yet. I'm already just receiving so much information that I can really just start applying to myself. And I hope the audience can too, because hey man, this is my goal. I want to share stories and change lives through the people I know because that's just I feel like that's what I'm here to do. And if I change my life alone, you've already done enough because we're all works in progress and we all need each other. So I'm
Facts.
just really really appreciative. Um, my next
Likewise,
question
bro.
for you,
Likewise. I'm
hey man,
appreciative for this opportunity, bro.
hey man, come on now, open door policy with you. You already know that. My next
You know,
question is how you kind of touched on this already, but how
uh,
has your team and community supported you during difficult times? And can you have a specific instance where that camaraderie really shows itself and helped you face and conquer some challenges?
yeah, bro. For one, the lacrosse community supports Morgan State and they support like the narrative of what we're trying to do here. And that means a lot. The student body at Morgan State, you'd be surprised how much love they show in the lacrosse team because we're not even, a varsity program sanctioned by the athletics. So like we're kind of in our own world. But even through all that, like the students make make this experience, very, satisfying and fulfilling. Um, because we know that we have their support and we know that, they're rooting for us. Um, man, it was crazy. Like thinking about the championship game last year in 2023 when we won the championship, bro.
Right.
We had it was a home game basically. Like we were 30 minutes away from campus, but it felt like a home game because they're doing the "We Are the Bears" chant and everything in the stands, bro. And it's like puts everything in a perspective. Like people really support the team, they support what we're doing, and it motivates us to be the best that we can. Um, and yeah, I can speak on a situation where the fans literally, well, not the fans, but someone I know, a student at Morgan State, he was at the championship game, right? And this was in 2022 when we lost. And I
Mhm.
remember after the game, he told me we were gonna be back. And like I don't know if he realized like how much that motivated me, but it really did. Like shout out Randy, man. I'm glad he was there. I'm glad he was there to see us lose, and then the next year see us get it done. See us see the vision through. But support from people just on the outside looking in, who just say even little words of encouragement, like y'all gonna be back, and just showing love on social media. Like the social media love we've gotten on that run last year was incredible. Um, the community really makes us feel their support, and like
For
I'm
sure.
so grateful for that. I really am. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm looking forward to our first home game, even though I won't be playing because I got a torn ACL and I'm recovering from surgery. But we got our first home game in the stadium this year, this spring, and that's something I've been fighting for years, literally fighting for years for that. Unfortunately, I'm not playing in it, but I'm proud that my teammates get the opportunities they deserve because they work hard and they deserve it. And the Morgan State legacy deserves to be pushed forward because it just has to be pushed forward, bro. We can't have these examples of Black excellence like we did with the 10 Bears and just let it fizzle out and die.
Right.
It's our responsibility to keep, opportunities coming for the generations after us. And I think it's really important that Morgan State lacrosse, is a sustainable thing over time. And as president, like my main goal was to do whatever I can, make decisions that I can in order to promote the long-term longevity of the team, not just like the short term.
Of course.
Uh, not just the short term, because I know the doors this game can open for people. I know the way it can change lives, just because the way it's changed my life in the past 2 years. It's been incredible. It's really been incredible. Um, and yeah, it's even a better feeling to open doors for other people coming behind you. And so
Right.
that's really grateful for. You know, I'm proud. I'm proud of the fact that I was in the position to be the first Morgan State lacrosse player to have an NIL deal where I'm in a trading card game, and they're using my name, image, and likeness to encourage kids to go to college and to play trading card games that have student athletes and
You
all these
know,
amazing opportunities, bro, in NIL. And I've really had a chance to see that through with this Morgan State lacrosse vision, bro. Like, I'm so grateful for that.
it's almost as if you wrote my questions for me, because that was definitely on my list. And now that we're here, can you just speak on that? I see
Yeah,
it. The training cards with the Five Star Dynasty and the
yeah,
BLA, and I'm sure that's just the surface. I'm sure you can dive deeper into that. So can you give me a little more insight?
yeah, man. Shout out to Five Star Dynasty Games for giving me an opportunity. Um, the fact that they saw me and my story, you know, and you know, reached out to my agency and got me into this game, and really saw something in me that could inspire kids and could inspire people just in general. That means a lot, bro. It really does.
Right.
Dude, I'm so grateful, bro, and I can't wait for those cars to come out in May. Honestly, I just not even because like it's a paid opportunity or anything like that. It's just because like the satisfaction that comes with I'm going to be able to hold a trading card that represents my hard work that I thought like I hoped it would pay off, but I never really knew it would, bro. Like I never was 100% sure we'd ever win the championship. And just the fact that like even through all that doubt, it all paid off, and now I've got the opportunity to be in this trading card game, and even giving me like a cool, a holographic version. Like I'm gonna have a special edition card. Like, like it's just crazy, bro.
Huh.
Um, that game is a crazy, crazy blessing that I didn't see coming, and can't wait for the card to drop in May. Definitely can't wait to see it.
It's always great. One thing I've noticed about life, and it goes beyond me, because even this example right here kind of highlights that. There's
Hmm.
always somewhere you want to go, and the way you get there, the way you want to get there, may make all the sense in the world to you. But that man
Hmm.
above you will be like, you know what? Make this left. Just like that. I
Right.
always go make this left real quick. But I could just make this left. And let's say you don't make that left. You're like, okay, you're gonna make this left whether you want to or not. And right
Right.
there, the way I told you to go, you didn't go. But I still want you to go this way. So you don't want to make this left. All right, we're gonna go around this corner, through this tunnel. You're gonna end up here. And on this journey, you're gonna pick up so many different things that you would have already had if you just made this left. But because I love you, because I'm still looking out for you, we're gonna just take it this way. And you're gonna pick up so many things and learn from this. And next time, just make this left. And I feel like every time I just talk to people, especially people I know personally, it's like there's
Hmm.
always that nugget where it's like, yep, I see what God has done, and I'm thankful. because he's always working. Especially when I know you personally, I can see what God is doing in your life. It just warms my spirit because I literally grew up with you, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to the league, but somebody I know will be as close to the league as I want them to be. And just the whole trading card aspect, the NIL bags, and just everything related to us, like, yeah, I want to be around people getting to the money because that means I'm gonna get to the money.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir. Bro,
hey man, it's like I can't even say I'm proud of you because it's like I already knew this was gonna happen in some capacity, but I'm just thankful that I was able
I
to
appreciate
witness it because I be seeing it early. I just gotta make sure it follows through. Listen, man, you almost got me to play lacrosse. I remember you had a game at College Park. I was there. Pretty sure y'all. I think y'all had like a double header. Y'all had a
Yeah,
double header.
we played against Coppin first and then Bowie.
Boo, yeah, and you won
Yeah.
both of them. I was like, I might have to. I might have to.
Yeah, bro.
I might have to get involved, man.
And hey man, I'll forever be proud of this. Technically, I hit the first 2-point goal in college lacrosse history. So when that Coppin State game, when I hit a 2-pointer, I was the first one to do that in the league. And the NCL is the first college lacrosse league with a 2-point arc. So it's kind of like uh that day that you were there, bro, that day is very sentimental to me for a lot of
See,
reasons.
so you just roll out of bed and say, "I'm gonna make history today." You see, this is why I'm friends with these type of people, because I gotta do that myself. Because it's like just roll out of bed and say, "You know what? I'm gonna make history today." That's amazing, yo. The first ever recognized. Many have done it. Many will claim to do it, but I seen it. I was there. That's official tissue. I was there. I seen it in
Yeah, they don't got
4K.
the game film. They say they don't got the game film of that game, but
No,
you were there.
I was there. This isn't this
You were
isn't
there.
this
They
isn't
told me they
what
don't got the game film, but hey,
this isn't
I'm glad you seen
this
it.
isn't Will's 100-point game. Nah, dog. This is thorough. I was there. I could tell you the blade of grass that came off the ground through the wind when he shot it. I was there. My first ever 2-point goal in the
In
HBCU.
college lacrosse history,
Yeah,
bro.
like
Because
come on,
NCAA,
man.
there ain't no 2-pointers.
Yeah,
So
it's like come on, man. I want y'all to know when because y'all gonna do this when y'all put a 2-point line in to cut my brother a check. That's all I'm gonna say because I know you're gonna do it. And as his
they
name,
not cutting me nothing, bro. They not cutting me.
you can call it the Kobie line, right? I feel like it's only right. He's the first, like he's the pioneer.
I'm
It's
not
the
even that good at shooting twos.
man. Listen, you hey,
I'm
what
not even that good
I
at
saw what
twos,
I
bro.
saw. I saw what I saw. But let's not belabor, even though I kind of want to. But then again, we will, because I want to know some of your favorite moments and achievements. I know we just talked about one, but I'm sure there's a few others. And I feel like I'm gonna answer my own question here, but would you say that the battles you had to fight and the highs that you experienced, would you say it was worth it?
Undoubtedly, bro. And not even off the achievements, not even off anything other than the people I've met and the experience I've got through this journey. Like the connections I have for the rest of my life with my teammates and my coaches and everybody around that team, during that time period. Um, that's what makes it worth it to me, bro. Because it's one thing to go on a journey, a long journey, but it's another thing to share that long journey with people and to actually get to your goal at the end. Like
I'm telling you.
that's my teammates, my coaches, everybody involved in that process. I'm going to be around for a long time, and I'm grateful for that. I really am. But if I would say I had a favorite moment, it was definitely that first time playing at USA Lacrosse, playing at that Hall of Fame field. Because before the game, I was looking at that shrine, looking at, I mean, not the shrine, like, the Morgan State lacrosse section in the
Right,
Hall of
right.
Fame. Um, I mean, it just gets you fired up, bro. It just gets you fired up, and like, I really proved to myself that day that lacrosse wise, as a player, I can be, the most dangerous guy on the field. And that was something I didn't have that confidence instilled in me until that point. So
Mm,
that was a huge turning point. And yeah, I'm really grateful for that. And obviously I'm really grateful for winning the championship in 2023. Um, it's a long time coming, and had to fight through a lot of injuries. Still fighting through an injury right now, recovering from surgery and all that.
mm,
And, it's tough because, for one, HBCUs, just don't really have much to begin with
right.
for various reasons. But playing lacrosse at Morgan is not an NCAA sport, so you don't have trainers, you don't have medical assistance at all. You're out there playing at your own risk,
Mm,
and constant battles with injuries over the past few years that I had to negate by um, I had to combat, by studying YouTube videos and just learning physical training and injury prevention on my own,
mm.
on top of managing the team and school and everything. It was very stressful. But I just hope I did all that so that, in the future, somebody doesn't have to go through all that just to play lacrosse at their HBCU.
Well said. The most, not even the most, what I do know is based off that is you picked up something. And what you picked up can also be applied in different ways. Because you played, you've managed, and you've done things outside of those two branches to be a beacon to somebody else, to carry it to pick up that torch and start running on their own. And that can't be taken lightly because not everyone can do that. Many try, but
Mm,
to actually see it happen,
I appreciate that, bro, for real.
yeah, many try, but to actually see it happen it's not that's not a guarantee. So
Right.
I'm always gonna pay my respects. And talk to me again about some of the challenges you faced while you were recovering from the wow while you were recovering from the ACL injury.
Oh yeah, bro. So I injured my ACL. I tore it completely in a out of conference game versus Towson last
Oh my.
semester. And it was an absolute heartbreaker in the worst way. Like, this was supposed to be my year with the world of NIL and all these opportunities in front of me. This was supposed to be the year I capitalized, and this was supposed to be the year where we go we go after that, back to back NCL championship and keep pushing the legacy forward. Obviously, I'm a big player on my team. I had a big role, and I really wanted to keep playing. But God's got a plan for me right now. It's not to play; it's to recover and build my body up stronger than ever before. Um, and yeah, I'm kind of going through the mental, still in like the thick of the mental battles in terms of sitting on the sideline and watching my teammates instead of being out there fighting with them.
Right.
Uh, it's really hard just off the fact that no place I'd rather be than with my teammates on that field, fighting for victories and fighting to set out what we set out, finish what we set out to do. It's just right now, I'm transitioning, right?
Hmm.
I'm not a player anymore. I'm an encourager. I gotta encourage my guys, encourage the team to keep going and to reach heights that we haven't reached, and then push the legacy forward. But uh, yeah, getting that phone call from the MRI people, that was a heartbreaker, bro. I
Right.
mean, yeah, I just wish it didn't happen, but
Of course.
You know, everything happens for a reason. It's just another obstacle that I'm going to learn and become a better person from. But it's a real
Absolutely.
bummer. It's a real bummer. I'm looking at
Ab-
an eight-month recovery period, and I just had my surgery in January, so lacrosse season will be well over at Morgan before I'm, you know, back on the field. So my career playing lacrosse at Morgan is 99% done. There's like maybe a 0.5% chance that somehow I play again next spring, but I'll probably be out of there, out of Morgan by then. So
I'll tell you what. I know you got film, and word of mouth is a powerful tool. In the events that, I seen Cam Akers is in a good example because he got hurt again. I seen Adrian Peterson tear his ACL, recover in 9 months.
hmm
Now I'm not saying you AP, but I know you got faith. So therefore, I'll just tell you that I have faith because you never know what. Hey man, you might wake up one day, you might get a call, but listen, I I've heard your name in the lacrosse circuit, and I just want you to come in and work out for us. And that you never know
right.
what call, what person you might bump into at the gym, because the love for the game doesn't die with you. I know that for a fact. Because even though I don't hoop, every day I want to. So, so
Bro,
and
it's that's facts though. That's a very
so
accurate.
even though I don't, every day I want to. So in that same token, one day you might come across that person that, just come to the gym at this day, at this time, and that opportunity could be right there. Especially with um the NIL things already put in place. There's so many doors, so many avenues that can be opened. You just gotta make sure you're in the right place at the right time. And my
Yeah,
prayer for you is that will be your story. So even though you're not playing now, if it's meant for you to play again, you will.
I
That's
appreciate that, man.
that's what I
I'd
believe.
love for that to be my reality. I'm gonna do everything I can.
That is what I believe. Sometimes it takes. I like to call this the waiting period. That
hmm
or the not yet. Something
hmm
I don't even like to call things bad anymore. Or something you didn't expect to happen that just gotta sit you down physically, mentally, in any capacity. It's just I call it the not yet. And even though you're in the not yet, there are good things that come from waiting. I know that for a fact.
Yes, there
So
is.
even though you may be sidelined or just not being able to take on the field at this point, there's still avenues to sharpen your sword. And as you do that, that refinery period, just that time where it's like, yeah, we're gonna break you down to build you up. And there's gonna be a blessing that comes from that. I know it. I just feel it down here. I'm not a pastor, I'm a podcaster, but sometimes I just feel like I just feel like I got to get these words out, and this is my avenue. So I just want to just drop that on you before we even get to the rest of my questions. I'm gonna just drop a few things because it just feels necessary. And
Yeah, bro. Speak your mind.
yes, and in that same token, I mean, I won't call it advice, but I feel like we will definitely have some things to teach the someone's gonna watch this that's in a very similar situation and they're gonna learn from this. So I wanted to know if there are any like key points you wanted to give to the viewers about just lacrosse, the challenges that may come with it, or just in general, any athletes or any venture that you feel like, yeah, I faced something like
Bro,
this and that was, so just please, anything.
yo, bet on yourself and commit to what you want to do in your life, regardless of what people say. Um, a lot of people told me that I was wasting my time with lacrosse and that I should be playing a different sport. A lot of people said um, I'd never be good enough to play NCAA lacrosse.
Hmm.
A lot of people have said, um, I'm just not athletic enough. A lot of people have said, I'm not I don't know the game enough. I'm not smart enough.
Mm.
Um, People have said a lot of different things that made me question my potential, but it made me work harder. And that's the lesson. Like when people try and bring negativity into your life, find a way to turn it into a positive and motivate you. Use it to motivate you. Use that as gasoline to your internal fire.
Well said. Well said. Well said. And as you mentioned this about the naysayers and the doubters and just the people who think their way is the way for you, even though it really is not. I was reading recently about a young gentleman. He's from the crib. I'm sure you know of him. You don't even know him personally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that gentleman being Pat Spencer.
Yes, sir.
Um, he's a
That man's a dog.
warrior.
That man is a dog.
Not. I mean, obviously he's a warrior in like in character, but like he plays basketball in the National Basketball Association for the Golden
Correct.
State Warriors. Um,
Dude,
I
he's
felt
super
it
inspirational.
when I found that he was like, he was from the crib. I was like, all right, I'm tuned in, and it's like it's like divine. I came across this news this week, and then lo and behold, I'm interviewing a lacrosse player that probably has a more than enough information to inform the people about Pat Spencer. So please, anything you want to drop on the world, just let me know.
Yo, shout out to Pat Spencer. Shout out to the legacy he left at Loyola. That man, uh, one of the best attackmen I've ever watched. Um, True master of the game in all aspects. I learned a lot from him, and his work ethic and what you're capable of as an attackman in the sport of lacrosse. Like,
Right.
you know, I'm I love watching that man play lacrosse. Unfortunately, we probably won't ever see him play lacrosse again because he's making NBA money now. Um, so
Let me
that's
find out this man better be the new Dion, lacrosse and basketball. This man better
oh
be
yeah,
in the
bro.
Dion
Like,
Sanders bag.
bro, Danny, I'm telling you, bro. I don't think he's coming back ever. The NBA money is different, and I mean he's playing with Curry now,
See,
the
that
greatest
is a
shooter.
that is a fact. Because like I did my research obviously, and I think he had like the most assists in like
He
D1,
still has the most assists in D1 history.
and now you're playing with the greatest shooter in the world. So you were setting up all these lacrosse players, and now you're setting up Curry and Clay.
It's not gonna be fun for
Oh boy,
the Warriors' opponents, bro. The Warriors really gonna come different.
because
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen some preseason clips when he was playing with the Cap City, home team.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he was dominant enough to be secure in his lacrosse, I didn't be like, you know what? I'm gonna go hoop.
It's incredible, bro. It really is. It's incredible. Like people don't understand how hard it is to crack the NBA ceiling, to get into that upper echelon of athletes, bro. Like it's the hardest thing. And Pat Spencer climbed that mountain. He played overseas for 3 years, grinded, played G League, grinded for years, battled through injuries. Now he's got his shot to play with Steph Curry and go ring chase. It's just crazy, bro. And if he keeps up that hot streak from three, that if he maintains that hot streak, from 3-point range that we've seen from him in the G League, I mean, bro, what are these people gonna do? He's gonna be the Jordan Poole replacement that can pass.
Pretty much. He's from Davidson. He's from around the corner.
He's
Like
from
this,
around the way, bro, right
this
there.
is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm invested. I'm tuned in. I don't even like the Warriors, but I'm gonna like them for as long as Pat Spencer's there. So
we all root for him. We all root
I
for
just,
him.
I just want to tip my cap, and I'm sure I just had to reach out to you because I knew you probably had a little bit more insight because I didn't know he was
Dude, this dude,
all-time Division One career
I
assist.
built in high school, I built my game around Pat Spencer's play style because he played the most efficient lacrosse. He's an efficient athlete.
Mm, mm. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. It's like,
And
how
his
can't
story,
you?
bro, how can't you love it? I mean, his story speaks to what you can accomplish with a good work ethic, bro. You know how many people told this man he'll never be in the NBA? There's so many people who probably said you'll never do it.
Mm,
Everybody's wrong. And he made it. You know, like I remember when I was watching him at Northwestern because I wanted him to play lacrosse again, in
hmm
2020 and beyond, but he officially moved over to basketball. And I was watching this man play, and it was really inspiring then. It was inspiring when he got to the G League. It's inspiring now, even on a whole nother level, because this man really got a two-way contract, an NBA official two-way contract that is at least 600 bands, bro.
Give money.
Like,
At least
and he was
that's
drafted number one overall in the Pro Lacrosse League. He was drafted number one overall, but he chased the NBA money and he got it. Like that. Shout out to Pat. He's the epitome of believing in yourself.
because I covered this a similar story a couple of weeks ago with Brian, Chad Brian. Um about I think his name is Charlie Ward or is it Charlie Bell? I keep on getting these Charlies mixed up. I think it's Charlie Ward. Went to
Okay.
Florida State, won the Heisman for football, and decided to go pro in basketball. He played for like
What?
6 or 7 years. So in a similar token, Pat Spencer, because he won the Terra. I want to say this one, the
The Tawar
Terrazin,
time.
the
The Tawar time.
Tewaaraton. I did say it wrong. The Tewaaraton in 2019. He was the USILA Player of the Year, and he was the number
Yeah.
one overall pick in the PLL. And he said, "You know what? Well, that's cool and all, but I want to go hoop." Like,
And he made it. And after all his trials and tribulations over the past 4 years, he really made it.
man, that
So
is.
you have to give that man his flowers, bro. That's crazy.
I am in absolute just awe. That's all I can say. I'm in absolute awe
Yeah, it's a great story,
because
bro. It really
not
is.
many people can even make it to the NBA who play basketball their whole life.
Their whole life, bro.
Hey man, salute to Pat Spencer.
He's
I'm
not a regular athlete.
I am
He's not a regular athlete, bro. Just look out for him.
I hope I can interview you one day because I feel like your story needs to be heard by many. And I just had to pull from somebody because I knew there was somebody on this earth that knew a lot more about you than I did, and he's sitting right in front of me. So thank you, Kobie, and
Yeah,
thank you, Pat Spencer.
hopefully we can get that connection someday, bro.
Hey man, you really live around the corner. I'm not hard to find, but you know, hey man, from Pat to Steph to hey, just dropping the seeds. We'll see what comes of it. But I wanted to
For real.
know as an athlete or even on the managerial side, can you give
Mhm.
me some of your favorite moments just interacting with the sport of lacrosse? And also, um,
I don't even know where to start, bro.
yes,
I don't even know where to start. I could write a book in just the past 2 years of
I,
positive experiences I had with this sport, and the doors are open for me. I can't talk about it enough. It's really been crazy. But I will say the top, um, dude, bro, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start.
take your time, take your time.
Well, the PLL street event last last fall, I can speak to that where I got to meet Kevin Durant.
You met KD?
I met KD at a lacrosse exhibition in in Lower East Side Manhattan last fall. He Rich Kleiman and his boardroom group paid
Right,
for
right.
the event. They paid for the lacrosse exhibition event. They're actually big investors in the Premier Lacrosse League. KD
Wow.
and Rich Kleiman and boardroom, and they've been involved in pro lacrosse for many years now on the investment side. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually got to meet him in person. You know, I let him know, I'm repping PG, bro, and I mean, that man is at least he's as tall as they say he is for sure. I'm 6'5", but like, bro, it's like, what's up, KD? You know what I'm saying?
There you have it. There you have it.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guys that got to guard him, but on on a completely different note, the fact that Wemby makes that man look like a regular sized human is just an insane thing to think about. But
You know,
I
you,
digress.
you know what? You know what? I'm
I
glad I'm
digress.
not in the NBA because I'm not guarding no 7 foot monster. Yo, I'm gonna just watch. I was like, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Cause nah, like
Nah, bro. What are you supposed to do about that man?
this man is 7 feet tall with point guard handle. Nope, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna just watch. I don't even want those problems. I'm gonna just watch.
Yeah, leave me out of this, coach. Leave me out of this game.
Hey man, shout out to the athletes, cause yeah, just shout out to the athletes. Period.
They got
But
a hard.
period,
The way
period.
they make a living gets harder every generation, bro.
Oh, that man, listen. Which is just another reason why it's just like bringing it back full circle. Pat Spencer, you're not regular, and I'm gonna just you're not, you're
Yeah,
not,
he's not a regular
you're
athlete, bro. People
not
gotta look
regular,
out for him. People gotta look out for
and
him, bro.
I'm looking forward to see what wherever you go next in your career. Man, listen, if you start playing quarterback, anyway, you're not regular. And I'm just looking forward I'm looking forward to your success.
We all
And
are, bro. I'm excited for him.
I hope you motivate the next generation through and through. So
Yeah,
I tip my cap once again. All right, Kobie, I want you to tell me about your experience with the NIL. I know you touched on it briefly. But if you wouldn't just go into a little more detail for the
yeah,
people.
bro. I'm so glad you asked me this, bro. First off, shout out to my agent, Peter Iwu, and shout out to Tycoon Sports. They are changing the game completely for NIL, changing the game completely for Black student athletes. First Black owned NIL marketing agency. In the short 2 years that I've known Peter and then, been a part of Tycoon Sports. Well, I've been a part of Tycoon Sports for not even a year, but I've been around their growth for about two
Right,
years now, and
right.
it's been incredible, bro. It's been incredible. Like the doors these guys are opening for these student athletes, it's incredible, man. Because we grew up, right? We grew up watching Reggie Bushes and Johnny Manziels and Tim Tebow's
Oh, now
become
you talking.
international superstars who are
Yep.
struggling financially.
Hmm.
And that legislation, the NIL name, image, and likeness legislation. For anybody watching who doesn't know what that means, basically, for the first time ever, as of 2021, college athletes can now legally use their name, image, and likeness and pursue basically business ventures using their name, image, and likeness, and opens college athletes up to literally potentially making millions and millions of dollars, and even in some cases making more than they can at the professional level at their sports.
Hmm. Hmm.
And there's even legislation that's being challenged, like in terms of universities treating student athletes as employees instead of as students. Um, Basically, the whole idea and the whole makeup behind being a college athlete is being challenged in court all the time now. And college sports is in a very interesting transitory state, and we're
Hmm.
going to see a lot of guys get generational bags off being college athletes, and it's really an exciting time. And I'm thankful that I'm a part of Tycoon Sports and I have exposure to this growing, rapidly growing, way to make money as a college athlete, as a student athlete, because it gets real out here. And any dollar counts. The law of accumulation states that when you're trying to get rich, every penny matters, every penny counts. And that name, image, and likeness, you can stack a lot more than pennies if you play your cards right. Um, it's all about just putting yourself out there and just being confident and betting on yourself. Um, that's how you can really take advantage of all the beautiful things in name, image, and likeness going on. And I hope all the college athletes out there take advantage, because ask any college athlete that played before 2021, they'd do anything to be be in your shoes now, and to be a part of this generation where they can make an uncapped amount of financial profits just off of your
Yeah,
name, image, and likeness, bro. It's really crazy, and it's a beautiful thing, and it should have been here for a longer time period.
yeah.
um it's really crazy to think about how Johnny Manziel was bringing in, selling millions and millions and millions of jerseys, and this man's getting $700 a month. It's just ridiculous.
I need to finish that interview. I started it. I'm gonna finish that because I know that his story is one that you can really pull a lot from.
And shout out
Even
to him for
be
being vulnerable like that and really
right,
telling the nitty gritty of his experiences. It takes a lot
right.
of courage to do that, because, yeah, it takes a lot of courage. So shout out to him.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we kind of speak on legacies here, how do you hope your experiences and resilience will impact the lacrosse community locally and just beyond, or just inspire others?
Yeah, no, totally, bro. Like, the main goal was to try and encourage, uh, any black youth out there who want to quit lacrosse due to any any reasons, right? Through my experiences, um, kids don't see lacrosse as like a long-term thing, but it's like one of the easiest ways to get a great jump start on your career in life. Get a good education, get a lot of good business connections, and really start your life in a manner that you can get ahead. Like, people tell me all the time, like older people in the generations that have played lacrosse their whole life. Some guys have told me like every job they've ever gotten was through somebody they played lacrosse with. Like, that's how
Hmm.
their network is. And I feel like we should expose our youth to, to all the opportunities they can get, because it's hard out here.
Well said. Well
And
said.
what works for one person may not work for the next. Like, not everybody can play football, not everybody can play basketball. But it's important. I think it's important that kids know they can go play lacrosse at Morgan State and continue that legacy and be a part of something bigger than them, because it could give a kid a purpose in life, like it gave me a purpose in life, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Well said, man. Well said, man. You really dropping these gems out here. Okay, I only have a few more questions. But I feel like there's so much to discuss. But in the interest of time,
Let's go in, my guy.
I think I asked all my questions, but I feel like I got more to discuss.
What's on your mind, Dan? Let me know.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh
What's
man,
on
oh
your
man.
mind?
I feel like I don't know, cause like this, oh, I do have a few things.
Hmm.
One of the talks of lacrosse being an Olympic sport in the near future is this year,
Yes.
right? This summer, right?
Not this summer. Not Paris, but lacrosse will be in the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028 in the Olympic
2028.
sixes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some new rule changes. We were talking about this a little bit off mic, but I wanted to give more detail, on air. You were talking about some of the rule changes and the implementations. You want to just brief the people on that?
Yeah. So, um, traditionally, at the NCAA level, for example, college lacrosse is 10 on 10 traditionally.
All right.
Um, However, for the Olympics, They have a faster paced version of the game called sixes, where it's five field players and a goalie. There are no long poles like in traditional lacrosse, and
Mm,
there's no face off after every single goal. So in traditional lacrosse, after a goal, it's a long break in between, you know, the goal and the face off. However, in sixes, it's just like basketball. There's no jump ball after every made basket in basketball. You just keep going. And it brings a fresh pace to lacrosse that's really exciting. Um,
mm-hmm.
and it also helps level the playing field because in traditional lacrosse, um, the skill margin is just greater, and it wouldn't be as entertaining in the Olympics. I think that's what their reasoning was for having sixes and not the regular game, just to
Right.
level the
Okay.
playing field a bit and bring more parity to the Olympics and give a more competitive product.
Okay.
So the rules are still up in the air. They're still working on finalizing some things, but lacrosse is going to be in the Olympics for the first time. And the exposure of the Olympics is, the equivalent of, 3.6 billion eyes,
We
to see
are
6 billion
global.
pairs of eyes, bro. And lacrosse has never had that global um, recognition ever. And it's going to be absolutely amazing for the sport. It's going to bring so much exposure. And I hope that not only myself, but other Morgan State players have an opportunity to play in the Olympics and go after go after a medal.
Mm.
We have a lot of guys who play international at Morgan State. Um, a lot of guys who play on Team Nigeria, Team Jamaica. You know how we get down over here, man.
Come on
So
now. Come on now.
it's going to be a sight to see. Also,
Let-
considering that lacrosse in Africa, in Kenya, in Uganda is really growing, and it's people in the lacrosse world know how big lacrosse is getting in Africa, but not many people know like Africans are really getting into lacrosse, and it's going to be beautiful when they master it. And every Olympics is going to be beautiful to see. You know, the Jamaicans going at it, the Nigerians, the Ugandans, the Kenyans, all playing lacrosse. I'm looking forward to that. I really am. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing.
I just hope the world grows to understand that every sport is ours. And when I say ours, I mean when you look like you and I, every sport, I'm telling you, every sport is ours. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But that's
And
another story for another day. My final question, my dear brother. I really, man, oh man, I really don't want this to end, but we got okay.
here we
Okay.
go. Ask
Our
away.
final question. And I kind of already touched on this, but just to bring us home, is there a particular legacy you want to leave behind as a lacrosse player, beyond just playing the sport, but just as an athlete, just as a role model, an influencer in the business world and on the field, off the field, just any like finals, like when you hit the name Kobie Johnson, because I know you spoke about the documentary that's coming out soon,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
and
um we got a very special film project coming out. I collaborated with the Morgan State Film Club to help, you know, make the vision a reality. Um, I'm a sucker for sports documentaries. I love them, and
oh for
I've
sure.
always wanted to make a Last Chance U style documentary over, about my journey and about the journey of the team and the legacy and the history and all the nuances that go into what I was doing at Morgan State. And I've been blessed enough to have a great film crew and have a great group of students who love film and who love Morgan State and who love the story. And they brought it to life in a way that I'm really excited to share. It's going to be on YouTube. Maybe we'll be on other socials. We'll see how it goes. But it's definitely going to be on YouTube. It comes out the day before our season opener.
Oh, that's
Season
fun.
starts on March 30th. Documentary comes out on YouTube on March 29th. And also, We've got exclusive interviews of the alumni who played on those 10 Bears teams, those legendary teams that have, documentaries made about them and books made about them and inspired the world at a certain period of time where to be a Black team playing lacrosse was really a huge statement. And to be winning and had, the success that they had was really a really big deal. They broke down so many barriers, inspired so many people, and I'm excited to share their stories and to share their perspectives on everything. Um, yeah, it's really going to be uh, a fun watch for people who want to learn more about the history and want to take a glimpse into what we went through building up this team over the past year. We got our high moments, we got our low moments, and everything in between in there. So should be a fun watch for you guys that tune in.
Listen, man, I feel like whatever you do, you're always a part of something historic. Don't ever not do that. That's all I'll leave you with. Keep on making history because it
I'm gonna
seems like
try, bro.
no matter what, you just keep on making history. And that's a testament to who you are. And I tip my cap.
Man, I really appreciate you, Daniel. You know that.
Come on,
You
man.
know that, bro.
Come on, man. And this is just the start. You'll be back because there's so much to discuss. We'll be back. And
We'll be back for
I'm gonna
sure.
need somebody to cover baseball because I don't be watching that stuff enough. So I might knock on your door very soon. But until then,
Hey
this
man,
has
looking forward to
been
it. Looking forward to it, bro.
come on, man. You already know. This has been the first of many conversations I'll have with a lot of wonderful people on this earth. Um, there's a Kobie Johnson. I will give you the avenue to if you got any shameless plugs. Go ahead. I'll let you throw a few out there. Mm.
Hey man, if there's anybody out there that wants to get connected with me, um, I'm just going to plug in the socials if you or whatever socials you use on TikTok and Instagram. It's my name, Kobie Johnson 12, KOBIE JOHNSON 12. And on Twitter, my ad is KJLAX 1010. KJ Lax 10 on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Also on TikTok, check out Morgan State LAX. On Instagram, check out Morgan State LAX. Um, and yeah, uh, if you would, tune into those socials, any of the socials I just provided, or subscribe to the YouTube or anything like that. Or if you even just check out our website, morganstatelacrosse.com. It would just mean a lot to me, man, just because I put a lot of energy and I put a lot of planning into, you know, this team brand and like really trying to find a way to bring it back to relevance in a way that it hasn't been for a long time. And any support, any engagement would be deeply appreciated from the bottom of my heart on some real stuff. So if there's anybody watching out there that wants to get connected, just connect with me, hit me up, ask me questions, whatever. I'm with it.
And there you have it, folks. There you have it. A wonderful story. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We could go into more detail, but y'all really gotta watch that documentary first and then come back and talk to me. But until then, I've been Dan from the Fever Pitch Podcast. Thank you again, Kobie. I really appreciate you. God bless you. And just be on the lookout. Y'all take care.
Bro, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you, Daniel.
Of course.
Appreciate you, my guy, for real.
Of course. All righty.
All right.